Vespa. Vespa Sprint. The Sprint 150, my new scooter, I've had it since late March. And today we're going to change some oil, but not the engine oil. That was changed during the first service, the $334 service. But to my surprise, that $334.65, and that was with me bringing my own oil, well, it didn't include a hub oil change. Amazingly, this iGet motor doesn't require a hub oil change per the maintenance schedule until 6,200 miles. So this will roll around for up to 6,000 miles, a little over 6,000 miles, until it is, quote, inspected. And pretty much, I think everyone replaces it at that point, but per the maintenance schedule, it's just an inspection. Well, that seems excessive to me, even with the quality of modern oils. Plus, I've talked to some dealers. I'll get into that at the end of this video. But since there are not a lot of videos on the iGet hub oil change, at least not in English, I thought I would make one. So let's get into it. The first thing to know is that we're on the left side of the Vespa. If you're riding the Vespa, it would be the left side. If you look down, the muffler's on the opposite side. And if your engine says iGet right there, it's going to be the exact same process as this, at least at the time I'm making this video. And what we're looking for is the drain and the fill. So we're back here on the left side. If we go below the CVT cover, by the way, this is the CVT transmission. That's where all the hub gears are in there. So we're going to go down low and we're going to look right here. You're going to see that little divot, that indentation. To the left of that is the drain bolt. And back here on the back, this flat spot, right below that is the fill. Let's see what I'm working with here. I bought this from the Dollar Tree. There's the barcode and the item number, $1.25, at least at the time I'm making this video. And I think, yes, that is gonna sit perfectly right under that drain bolt. It's gonna be right about there, that drain hole. I'm gonna need oil. I purchased this oil, talk about why I purchased this specific one at the end of the video, but this is 80W90, the gear oil that this requires, and the API GL-4, just like in the manual. I'm gonna need a way to get the oil in that tiny little fill hole, so I'm gonna be using this syringe I purchased from Rural King, and possibly this line if it works. And I'm gonna need a tool, a hex wrench. This is a 6mm. That's gonna be the one that fits, and I'm also gonna be using a ratchet, but that's separate from what's required. All that's really required is one hex wrench that's 6mm, and crush washers. I purchased these two crush washers along with this oil. A lot of people reuse crush washers. I have in the past as well, but this is an expensive scooter, so I figured the $2.38 that these cost was worth it. This is some add-ons here. I do have that drain pan that I purchased, but I decided I'm gonna try to drain it into this cup that was from my Rattler gear oil. This should have 270 milliliters in it, so this will work. This goes up to 300. Hopefully I can measure what's in there because I'm really curious. So we'll see if that works out. If it doesn't, I have this drain pan. I'm also going to be using this oil absorbent mat. I'm going to put it under the drain pan. And when we get to tightening, of course, you can always just use a regular wrench. This requires 15 to 17 Newton meters. I'm going to be using a torque wrench to make sure I get it right on. Oh, and gloves like these Grease Monkey ones. If you watch my Kev Reviews channel, you'll know I swore off of these because I had a bad set. But it turns out I have a buddy that says he's been using these exclusively for quite some time and never had the problems I had. I've been buying them since then. I'm 3 boxes in and they've been working great. So I'm going to use these Grease Monkey. I'll put a link down in the description to those. Okay, I've broken this free. Let me see if I can get this without being in your way so you can see. I've warmed the engine. It's been cooling for about 10 minutes. So this should flow pretty good. I can see that crush washer if I can get this without dropping it. Yeah, not bad. And while that's dripping, I'm going to loosen the fill port here because I'm just curious. I meant to do this right away. I wanted to see if there were going to be any drips out of this. It looks pretty dry. So I'm going to say that there would have been no drips out of that. I'm going to put this over here even though I believe they're the exact same bolt. Okay, that's pretty close to what 270 would be because we're above 250 and you see the 275 line. So very, very close. I mean, it definitely wasn't low, so that's a good thing. Something that I would have wanted changed sooner than later. Maybe this lighting's a little better. That sheen, there is clearly some metal flake in here. So this is definitely something I think should have been changed at the 600-mile service, and I wouldn't want to wait with this until 6,200 miles. A new crush washer going on the bolt. They call it a screw in the Vespa documentation that I've seen, just to make sure, no crud. Want that good clean surface. If it looks awkward, I'm trying to do this and be out of the camera's way. All right, let's open this expensive oil. This cost me 30 bucks before shipping. Am I even gonna get the lid off? Finally got the lid. 4 of these. This is 60 milliliters, so 4 will be 240, and then an extra 30 per the manual. The way you test this is you put a punch in there, and it should be, the oil level should be just right below the lip of the threads. I'm not gonna get 60 out at a time. That is 50. So let me fill it with that. Okay, I should only be about 20 away, so let's draw 20 into here and see what happens. There should be that little bit extra because of this tube, unless it doesn't come out of the tube. If I go slow here, well, that's 270. Plus any extra bare little, well, I mean, that looks pretty full. You can see the air bubble there. So that was 270. That's exactly what this called for. So that's out of the syringe there. Yeah, the syringe is bottomed out. So that's 270. But I want to be cautious. It said to put a punch in, so I'm going to put that into there and pull it out. And I do believe that is up to the edge. I did decide I wanted to make sure this syringe was accurate, what I was measuring out of this. So I found some oil here. It's actually wasted some oil, and I hate wasting some, but it's better that than my Vespa. So I measured this, and I scored it up to 275, measuring it, and that's exactly where it's at. It's 275. So this, I put in 270. That's exactly what's in there, exactly what it's called for. Let's button it up, and this job's done. Put a new crush washer on here, just like on the other one. A little more to clean up now than I bargained for, but it didn't make a mess. Here's those crush washers. You can see a lip. You see that? Where they've crushed down. That's what they're designed to do. They basically form a gasket, just a copper gasket. And in the past, I have used them over and over many, many times, but this is my Vespa. That said, I am gonna save these because you never know, maybe sometime in the future, maybe there's a post-apocalyptic land that I'm riding through with my Vespa and I need a gear oil change and I can't find these. Well, I'll have a couple of spares. Little peep now to make sure I don't have any leaking of any kind. I don't see any. I'll check this over the course of the first few hundred miles, just to make sure. All these years, and these little oil mats, I just discovered I can rip in half. I've been wasting half a mat every time I did something. Now I know. And now you know how to change the hub oil on a Vespa I get 150 or 155cc motor. But I'm not done yet because, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I have a few things to say. First and foremost, the service interval that Vespa has for this just seems unrealistic to me. Going to 6,200 miles before a hub oil change, there's no strainer, no filter, anything like that. The engine oil, I can understand, that has a filter, but the hub oil does not. And also, castor oil is now the official oil of Vespa. I'm a castor oil fan, so I like that. But when it comes to the hub oil, the gear oil, I couldn't find any synthetic 80W90. That's how I ended up purchasing Eni, which was the official oil of Vespa until the most recent change to castor oil, which ChatGPT said was 2023, but I suspect is a lie because I've seen 2020 Vespas that had the same castor oil sticker that I have. But Eni, good stuff, Italian stuff. And on previous modern Vespas, before these I-Gets, on the CVT cover, it used to have this sticker with this 6-legged Eni dog. I used to like that. Now it is no longer the official oil, at least in the US and I think globally, but I couldn't find castor oil synthetic. And that's why I ordered this Rotra Bike 80W90. This came from Scooter West, Vespa Motorsport. They're Vespa professionals. That's where Robot is. Makes all the good videos, the nice tutorials that help all us owners out. We really appreciate it, Robot. This Eni is a synthetic. So when I started looking and I wanted a synthetic oil, I couldn't find castor oil. So I went with this, even though it's expensive, but a little bit of Vespa heritage, so I sort of liked that. But I also feel that it being synthetic is going to help it meet a longer service interval. You saw the oil. I mean, it didn't look good to me. It didn't look bad at all. I mean, it was fine, but it definitely looked like something that, like every other scooter, I would want to change at the first service interval, which is usually around 600 miles. And on this scooter, it's at 621 miles, the first service interval. A couple of examples here. I owned a 2009 Vespa S150, and I looked up the old service manual for that. And guess what? Hub oil change at the first service, 1,000 kilometers, 621 miles. After that, I owned a 2013 Vespa GTS Super Sport SE. Its service manual, first service, 1,000 kilometers, hub oil change. I just don't get, because conventional gear oil, which is all I can find in castor oil, the recommended oils of Vespa now, a conventional oil, as far as I know, hasn't really evolved much since 2013. Synthetics have, and synthetics are how you get those high mileage intervals between maintenance. When I was getting close to my first 600, I started calling dealers and asking them what the price would be. I just called, asked for a service department, and then said, hey, I'm closing in on my 600-mile service on my new Vespa, and I need to know how much money to bring and what's involved in that service. And curiously, out of the 5 that I called, 3 said that hub oil was included in the service. They did mention it wasn't in the scheduled maintenance, but that they recommend it at the 600-mile point. Now, the company I bought this scooter from that is not going to be my servicing dealer told me not only did I not have to do a gear oil change, but that I only had to do an oil change. Curious, because in the service requirements for the first service, there's a valve adjustment. It's very critical per every other dealer I spoke to, hence at why I won't take them. I'll buy scooters from them. They have great prices. But their service, well, I find elsewhere to be better. But it's nice to know that I'm not the only one that feels like 600 miles is an important interval for gear oil, because most of the Vespa dealers that I spoke with thought the same. So is this much ado about nothing? Should I have waited to that 6,200 mile service? And oh boy, that service is going to cost some dollars. There's a CVT belt, the CVT rollers, another valve adjustment. I don't know what else. It's a long list of stuff. And technically there's a 3,000 mile service, and it's just basically to check the oil and plug this up to diagnostics and check a few things. Keep this iGet engine running well. Most people don't even mention that, but it is in both my app and in the service schedule. So I think I'll probably ride this up to the dealer at the 3,000 mile point and at least let them plug it up to diagnostics just to make sure. But also the motor oil, as good as I like the Castrol synthetic motor oil, that Power One RS, good stuff, the official oil for this scooter, this engine, I think I'll probably change that at 3,000 too. Even Robot from Vespa Motorsport admits that he usually changes his about every 2,000 to 3,000 miles rather than waiting for that 6,000 point. Well, I don't know about the 2,000, but I have heard him definitely mention 3,000. I think 2,000 if he said you ride it hard. And I ride this out on some open roads. It spends considerable time at higher speeds. So I probably, even with the engine, won't wait till 6,200, but definitely this gear oil, I feel it was a good choice. That's all I have to say. That's my experience and a little tutorial of sorts of changing the gear oil on this modern Vespa. Comment below with what you think. Thanks for watching and have a great day.